The story begins inside a very strange prison where an incredible variety of delicious food is being prepared. At first glance, it feels like there's some kind of celebration going on, but in reality, this is how things are every single day. In this prison, the prison has around 100 floors, and prisoners are placed on different levels based on their situation. In the center of each level, there's a platform filled with all kinds of rich and tempting food. This platform starts from the top floor and is sent down level by level. The prisoners on each floor get only 2 minutes to eat before it moves. Down to the next level, those at the top get to enjoy the best food and eat as much as they want. But as the platform goes down, the food becomes messier and starts running out. By the time it reaches the lower levels, there's often nothing left at all. Sometimes, the people at the bottom don't get any food. On the 48th floor, we are introduced to 2 prisoners. One of them is Goreng, who seems calm and well-mannered, while the other is Trima, a man with serious anger issues. This prison is different because the people here are not criminals in the usual sense. They came here willingly to get rid of their bad habits. Goreng wants to quit smoking, while Trima struggles with uncontrollable anger. Once, in a fit of rage, he threw a TV from above, which killed a man. Now, he wants to fix himself. Trima has already spent 6 months here and has decided to stay for another 6 months because he still hasn't overcome his anger. In this system, each person stays for 6 months and then receives a certificate that completely changes how society sees them. Trima explains to Goreng that the lower you go, the less food you get. There are even levels where the platform never reaches. On those levels, people are forced to survive by eating each other. One day, when the platform arrives at their level, it's full of food but completely scattered and messy. Trima immediately starts devouring it, while Goreng calmly picks up just an apple. After the platform moves down, the temperature in their cell suddenly rises. This happens because Trima tried to keep some food. There's a strict rule: if anyone tries to save food, the temperature of the cell will either become extremely hot or freezing cold until the food is returned. Another strange rule is that every month, all prisoners are shuffled to different levels. Those at the top may end up at the bottom, and those at the bottom may move up. No one knows where they'll be next month. After a few days, Goreng notices a woman sitting on the platform as it passes by. Trima tells him her name is Miharu, and every month she rides the platform down, searching for her lost child somewhere in the prison. As time passes, Goreng and Trima become friends. One night, a sleeping gas fills the entire prison, signaling that the month has ended and everyone will be reassigned. When Goreng wakes up, he finds himself tied up, and it's Trima who did it. This time, they are on level 131, a place where food never reaches. Trima, fearing that Goreng might attack him, ties him up for safety. But in reality, Trima is the more dangerous one, especially because he has a knife. In this prison, each person is allowed to bring 1 item. Trima brought a knife, while Goreng brought a book. When the platform arrives this time, it is completely empty. This means they will have to survive an entire month without food. Trima tells Goreng that he can only endure hunger for 7 days. After that, Goreng will become his food. As the days pass, those 7 days finally come to an end. And now, there are no other options left. Just when Trima is about to kill Goreng, Miharu suddenly appears and saves him. Together, they end up killing Trima. Now they realize that no food will arrive for the next 23 days. But Trima's body becomes their only way to survive, and they manage to get through the entire month like this. During this time, Goreng's mental state starts to deteriorate, and he begins hallucinating seeing Trima repeatedly inside the cell. After a month passes, the prison is once again filled with sleeping gas. When Goreng wakes up, he finds himself on level 33. This time, he shares the cell with a woman named Imoguiri, who also has a dog with her. Goreng is shocked because she's the same woman who interviewed him before he entered the prison. Confused, he asks why she came here. Imoguiri explains that she is suffering from a terminal illness and doesn't have much time left, so she chose to experience this place herself. Goreng tells her that the system is deeply flawed. Food never reaches the lower levels, and because of that, people are forced to kill each other just to survive. Imoguiri had no idea things were this bad, and now she has no way of contacting the outside staff. So, she comes up with an idea whenever the platform arrives. She deliberately leaves some food behind and tries to convince the people below to do the same. But no one listens, because those on the lower levels have already endured extreme hunger, and now just want to eat as much as they can. For about 15 days, she keeps trying, but nothing changes. Eventually, Goreng takes a different approach. He starts threatening the people below, telling them that if they eat too much or waste food, he will contaminate the food from above so they won't be able to eat it. This fear actually works, and people begin to control themselves, taking only what they need. Goreng tells them to pass this message further down so that food isn't wasted and can reach as many levels as possible. According to him, there are around 200 levels, but he has no way to control those above them. The next day, Miharu appears again on the platform, but this time she's in terrible condition. Goreng helps her and takes care of her. Meanwhile, Imoguiri's dog takes some food from the platform, which triggers the system, and the cell's temperature begins to drop dangerously. But Goreng quickly throws the food back onto the platform, and things return to normal. He tells Imoguiri that Miharu comes down every month searching for her lost child, but she has never found it. Imoguiri is shocked and says that she interviewed Miharushas, actually an actress who came here alone and has no child. It might all just be in her mind. That night, they fall asleep, and the next morning, Miharu is gone. Before leaving, she has killed Imoguiri's dog. This completely breaks Imoguiri, as she deeply loves her dog. Now she truly understands how brutal. This place is where hunger turns people into enemies. Another month passes, and once again, the gas is released. When Goreng wakes up, he finds himself on level 202 even though Imoguiri had claimed there were only 200 levels. This time, Imoguiri is no longer alive. She has taken her own life. After spending years working within the system, she had been lied to. She was already battling a deadly illness, had lost her beloved dog, and knew that no food would ever reach this level. So she made the decision to sacrifice herself so Goreng could survive by feeding on her body. Goreng somehow survives another month. When he wakes up again, he finds himself on level 6, near the top. This time, his cellmate is a man named Baharat, who is desperately trying to escape. He makes a rope and tries to climb upward, but the people above refuse to help and push him back down, nearly getting him killed. Goreng steps in and saves him. Then Goreng shares his idea. He believes there are more than 200 levels, and if they go down together, level by level, forcing people to take only their fair share, it might be possible to ensure that food reaches everyone. And when the platform reaches the very bottom, shoots back up at high speed, that realization sparks a new plan in their minds. They sit down and come up with a plan to move forward. The next day, when the platform arrives, they climb onto it and decide that for the first 50 floors, they won't give food to anyone, believing that people on the upper levels have already eaten enough. After level 50, they begin distributing food fairly as they slowly descend. During this journey, they witness a disturbing scene where a man is attacking Miharu. They try to save her, but fail, and in the process, both of them get badly injured. After some time, they return to the platform and continue heading downward. Along the way, they meet a wise man who advises them to keep one dish perfectly intact and send it back up to the authorities. According to him, if the dish reaches the top untouched, it will serve as a message that the people below have unity and have learned to survive together. They agree with his idea and continue descending. Goreng initially believed there were only 250 levels, but the platform keeps going even beyond that. As they go deeper, they realize there's no one there, suggesting that no human has ever survived that far down. Eventually, the platform stops at level 333. They both step off, but it doesn't feel like the end. Shortly after, the platform moves further down, leaving them stranded on that level. There, they discover a small, hidden girl, clean, safe, and untouched by the chaos above. They assume she might be Miharu's daughter. They had been saving a panna cotta as a message to send upward, but instead, they fed it to the girl. Strangely, the temperature at this level remains normal, even though it should have changed according to the system's rules. This suggests that the rules don't apply here. Severely injured, both of them lose consciousness. In a dreamlike state, Goreng is told by his companion that the panna cotta isn't the real message, the girl is. When he wakes up, he finds that his companion has died. The next day, when the platform returns, Goreng places the girl on it and rides down further until they reach level 0, the very bottom of the structure. Then suddenly, the platform shoots upward at high speed. At that moment, Goreng hallucinates and sees his first companion, Trimagasi, who tells him that the message doesn't need a bearer, it must go alone. Understanding this, Goreng steps off the platform, allowing the girl to ascend alone. The platform rises rapidly, carrying her upward. Her reaching the top symbolizes hope that the people below can still change, learn to live together, and perhaps treat each other with fairness one day. In the end, the story reflects our society, where those at the top often ignore those below and focus only on themselves. But it also shows that there are individuals willing to challenge the system and strive for change. Goreng, staying behind at the bottom, represents sacrificing the idea that meaningful change often comes at a personal cost.